Hi there everybody! Today I'm going to teach you how to make this layered poinsettia mandala and also how to place it onto a card. The templates for this poinsettia mandala are available below in the video description for you, and also my cutting machine tips and the supplies that I used for this project can be found linked below in the video description, and there's a blog post to go along with this to also give you some other pointers if you're using a cutting machine, so be sure to visit that information below this video. Well, hey there everybody, I am going to teach you today how to make a poinsettia mandala and turn it into a card. I have lots of mandala templates I've released recently, and this is a very simple one. It's a Christmassy one. It's a very simple mandala to layer together. There's not a lot of intricate cuts, but there's just a few layers. And then I also have taken a card here that I've cut out on my Cricut machine. All this has been cut on my Cricut machine. You can use a similar type of machine that takes SVG files. And I've cut according to the settings. So I cut with a glitter cardstock setting. Cardstock for intricate cuts is really great for these little detailed pieces here so that they don't rip your paper. Choose complementary colors or your favorite colors. And I'm going to first layer this, and then we're going to decorate it onto this card piece here in just a minute. So I use foam tabs for layering my mandalas. I like the Tombow foam tab brand here. They just work best because they're nice and thick, but I always have a separate I have some separate foam tabs on hand as well that are more like strips that work really well when you're dealing with some of these smaller pieces. So it's good to have more than one style on hand. I'm going to start with my two bottom green layers here. First, of course, you want to check that it is lining up properly, and mine is lining up there. And I'm going to flip this now to put the foam tabs here. And I'm going to start with placing them at random. Just make sure your design is fully supported and nothing is going to be lopsided when you go to layer this. You don't have to go completely crazy with the foam tabs. Just try and place them fairly evenly around the design so that, like I said, your design is well supported and nothing's kind of, falling apart on you there. I love to use a weeding tool to remove those little pesky paper backs of your foam tabs rather than trying to pick at them with your fingers. This is a lot quicker and more painless to use a weeding tool. All right, there we go. So I have my first one with the foam tabs there. I'm gonna flip this back over, check to make sure that it's correct before you press down. There we go. I have that one. We're going to repeat the process here. I'm going to, for the red piece, you can kind of line it up. I like to leave it kind of at random because the leaves and the poinsettia they never grow, perfectly together. So for the red piece, I kind of just randomize the first one. I'm going to flip that over. And I'm going to add those foam tabs again. This is a really great way to do some Christmas decor. If you have, a rather short Christmas list, or you want to just make a handful of special cards for some special people, you could go out of your way to do a little bit of something extra special like this as a card for the holiday season. I always like to do extra unique cards for anyone that I am giving a gift card to. That way it still feels like they're receiving something a little extra special other than just a gift card. So if I have a few recipients that I'm going to give gift cards to, then I might make a nice card to go with it because it's something that they're more likely to keep. I'm randomly placing that one, and then we will place this one according to how it needs to be matched up. Okay, there we go. So that's how that's lined up. Now for this one, we have a lot of little intricate cutouts there, so you want to be careful, obviously, not to have your foam tabs showing. So I'm going to flip that over. For this one, I'm going to use these little foam strips and cut them down as needed. Trying to be mindful of where I'm placing these. This is a very well supported design, meaning that it doesn't have a lot of like little pieces that are kind of extra delicate and kind of hanging out there by themselves. So you don't have to put a lot of these foam tabs, just enough to where it sticks. Line that up there. Press it down. There we go. And for this last piece, you can add some foam strips in there if you like. I like to glue this last piece down, or you could use scrapbooking tape. I am going to use a little bit of clear Tombow liquid glue and just come in here with the fine tip and dab glue along the edges and a little bit in the center there so that, you know, it's not going to go anywhere on you. There we go. Carefully pick this up and flip it back over. Light press there. Okay, and then I have these little pieces here for the center. I'm just going to glue these on directly. You could leave it like that, or you could add an extra for extra detail there. I think I'm going to leave mine like that. I feel like it looks perfectly fine like that. So our Poinsettia Mandala is done, and I made this one small, obviously, because it is going on a card, but you can make them bigger. So you can scale the file, of course, to different sizes. So just keep that in mind. I made this one a little bit smaller. It's about 5 inches there. And I cut this card shape out on my Cricut machine, and I used my scoring wheel to score down the center. And you could also use a scoring stylus. If you don't have the maker, you can use the Explorer with like a scoring stylus. So I'm just gonna fold this in half. This is just a patterned cardstock paper that I got at my craft store. And then you wanna decide how you wanna place it, if you want it to be portrait style or if you want it to be a landscape style. I feel like it would look better landscape like this rather than like this, just because of the way the bottom is. So to attach this, I'm just going to use some glue. So I'm gonna just go back and forth. A little glue, get around the edges. And place it as you desire. You might want to set it aside for like 15-20 minutes just to let anything dry with the glue that might still be drying. And there we go. Here is a holiday Poinsettia Mandala card, and it's a very unique way to use a mandala. I think this would be excellent for anyone who is maybe giving a gift card and you know, wants to give something a little extra special with that gift card inside. It's definitely a card that people would keep, and it's a very simple way, and this didn't take me very much time at all to make. It takes, even with cutting time, it took less than an hour. So definitely doable and not overly time consuming.